And from there, our heroes, or anti-heroes, or protagonists, or, the people the story's about, gather their gear and begin their long, wet journey to the burgeoning town of Eridu. But all was not well along the road, as we'll soon see.
Hey, Mr. Torin, I got a question.
Yeah, of course.
Is that really that Ision's name, Torrent? Or are you just writing yourself into a book?
Oh, no. Ision's just like to name themselves after natural things, like, twig, branch, berry.
So it's not, okay. I thought you just wrote your name into it. You said, because you're Torin, and that's Torrent, and so I figured you were just telling your own story. I figured you just wanted to be famous. I get it. See what he did, guys? You see what he did?
Well, so the name may have been lost to time. There might be a few embellishments here and there. You want a fun story, don't you?
Oh, heck yeah, we do.
All right, then. Anyway.
On the road to Eridu. But we're going to roll vigilance checks.
Vigilance!
How are you traveling? Would you travel by road? Would you travel through the wilderness? How are you all traveling to Eridu?
Spinel is all-terrain. He walks in a straight line.
There will be a river once you get close to Eridu, but beyond that, there's a lot of plains. There may be some small shrublands, but it's mostly just plains.
I would assume we'd take the road if we want to be expeditious.
There will be less hazard on the road, except as you are traveling down the road, off the road, you hear, "Halt!" Over the hill come two individuals dressed in some pretty intense-looking leather armor. "Oi! We're on the road. We heard there was some trouble up north."
Did I not get anything for my success or no?
Yeah, he succeeded.
Essentially, they aren't paying attention to you.
Okay.
"Oi, we heard of trouble up north. What word have you?" If you guys want to do a perception check of some sort, let me send it.
Okay.
That way you can see if you know anything about these individuals. Just a hard check.
Cool. I can do a perception check.
Yeah. Do a perception check.
What the hey diddly ho?
Skullduggery. I want to hide
What is that?
the chest in my gross rock on my shoulders or something.
Give me do this perception if you want real quick, and then we'll do that.
That's just a triumph.
That's crazy. All right, so we have Pierre has 5 successes, 4 threat, and a triumph. We have Spinel with 4 failures and an advantage, and Oodoo Uddu with a failure and an advantage. Spinel and Oodoo Uddu, you see that these 2 individuals are armed with hand-and-a-half swords and bows, and they look like they know how to use them. The individual who is not speaking looks like he is prepared to react to whatever happens. He looks a little wary. Right? He's not like on edge or anything, but he's wary of you all. Pierre, with your successes and triumphs and all that, you notice right away that one of these individuals has an insignia. It's on their jacket, like a lapel pin, but there's a strap over it where they have a pack. But you know, from what you can see, you know this symbol. These are Helfeich. These are monster hunters. They hunt Necromancer. If it's something that is monstrous to the populace, they're going after it. You know, if they find out who you guys are, you probably aren't going to have a good time. But also with your threat, that many threat, they notice that you notice. How do you want to spend your triumph? Unless you want to hold on to it.
Give me a spatial relation between where I am at next to Oodoo Uddu and then these 2 guys. Give me a distance roughly.
You are all on the road. They are off to the left. There's not a ditch, but just a shallow kind of dip in the ground. And then some scrublands. Maybe they had set up a small camp over there or something. They came from trees and brush. Who is closest to the left-hand side of the road? How are you all traveling?
Pierre would want to stand back as he knows that he is like he just walks with a longbow. Like he has a hatchet on his side, but like everyone would be aware that the longbow is his preferred method, so he'd try to hang back a little bit, not a lot, just enough to kind of.
Okay. So can I change how I'm going to change this real quick? They don't notice that you notice. You are not able. You are not able to communicate to the rest of the group what you know. Okay,
that's fine.
At least not yet.
I think Oodoo Uddu is up front. I think they tend to be. They have a rank of survival, so I assume that they would be leading, and we'll keep the precious cargo between us. Even though he could probably smash both of us in a heartbeat.
Yes, Spinel will be up front or like next to or like just right behind Oodoo Uddu, leading the party or helping lead the party.
Well, what have you then? Any word from the north?
You said with my success on the vigilance, they don't recognize me. They just see me.
You guys have approached at this point. You're having conversation. And if you're going to be next to Oodoo Uddu, like you seem less threatening to them than the other two. At least, I guess they can sense your docile nature.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would still like to attempt to hide the chest.
Yeah. I'm gonna make it average with a setback. Actually, no. I'm gonna give you. That's what I'll do. I'll give you a boost for your success, your vigilance. You were able to react before they were able to get eyes.
Nice.
Five success. That is amazing. That's pretty good skullduggery.
That's an amazing skullduggery.
Because of the shape and size and your height, you are able to get it tucked away in a crook somewhere, shoulders, back, head region that is out of sight, or at least not noticeable in any way. As long as you don't rock around too much and get the handles slapping against the side of it, you're probably good.
It's just on my right shoulder, and every time they move, I just kind of turn a little bit.
Ain't nothing here.
We heard word of a group of necromancers. How's the road? The road's clear?
The road's muddy and wet.
Any sign of necromancy at work?
There's people running up and down the road, but I tell you, the best thing to do is just get out of this place. It's too wet. You guys have it. It's too mucky around. Why would there even be necromancers up here? It's just gross. I would say I would just lead yourself just as far away from here as you could and get somewhere where it's nice. I heard Brightport's nice this time of year. Yeah, Brightport's really nice this time of year.
I like where you're going here. You're not necessarily lying to them, but you are misleading them. Yeah, would you want to make a roll based on misleading them somehow? I'll let you pick a skill. We'll talk it out, but is there something you want a skill specifically?
As much as I want to roll leadership, it does sound more of a deception, doesn't it? Like, leadership would be like, carry on. Deception would be like...
That's true. I mean, you're not really giving an order or anything. You're just... Yeah. You could also use negotiation tech. I mean, you're not really offering them anything except for this way is bad, this way is good. Go good.
Can we do leadership with a setback because it's kind of... I'm leaving parts out of it?
You can sweep that. Well, it'd be against their discipline?
Leadership, I think, is unfortunately discipline.
Yeah.
And can I get a boost because it is rainy and muddy?
I will give you a boost for rainy and muddy, absolutely. Because it has been awful. Yeah, you can roll whatever you want.
All right. Leadership. Here we go.
2 failures.
Solid.
You don't say. Well, we have it on good authority that a troop of necromancers acolytes have just passed this way not 2 days ago. You sure you don't want to rethink that story? The one in back who's not talking draws his sword.
I know what I want my triumph to be.
Yeah?
How close are they to these two guys, to Oodoo Uddu and Spinel?
I'd say within a short range of those two, and short to medium of you if you're in the back. Probably the farthest end of short for you, unless you wanted to go back into medium.
Short range, you say?
Yeah. Yeah.
My triumph is going to be that as he starts to realize that, I'm going to draw my bow and fire.
I'll give you a free shot real quick. Who are you firing at? The one in front or the one in back?
This is going to be fun. Are you ready for this? I am going to be firing at... How close are they to each other?
30 feet apart. No,
Hey, this isn't me playing 5e.
The guy in back is probably, I don't know, it's 5-6 feet back. Not close enough to be, like, struck down at the same time by, like, a melee weapon, but close enough to be within reaction. So, 5-6 feet.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to shoot at the guy in the front. I have quick strike, so I'll get to add a blue die to my attack because no one has gone. I will take 2 strain for my rapid archery perk to make this a linked attack.
Oh man, short is easy? Oh dang, I messed up. I should have been medium. Oh well, I said short. And what does that do? I'm sorry. So you get a blue. I'm adding a blue, and what else am I adding? What is the other one?
So I'm taking 2 strain, and my ranged combat check. My bow gains the linked quality with a value equal to my ranks in ranged. So, which is 1.
So you could attack again if you get enough advantage?
It'll basically attack both of them.
Okay.
and because Pierre is not happy, he knows who they are. Mark off strain, hold on.
Actually, I'm going to give you a setback for that because they are notorious for being, once they acquire their prey or target, they're pretty ruthless.
Okay. Well, and we'll do that, and I will... Yeah, that's good.
On our perception roll, I had a boost. Can I pass that boost on?
How would you pass this boost on?
I think we've been traveling long enough that I think it becomes rote that I talk to them, and it usually doesn't go well, and it gives him enough time to draw the bow down on him.
I suppose I could give you a boost for that. Alright, go ahead. Fire your bow. 2 success and 2
Nice.
advantage. So that's 10 damage minus soak.
And I gotta relook at linked.
I think you have to roll the same dice pool. Something like that. I'm going to say the one in back is medium range, but the one in front is short. For you, at least. Oh, shoot. Hold on. They have defense. Ranged defense of 1. Let me roll one of these real quick. That is
The wielder may spend 2 advantages to gain an additional hit.
Is that that's a failure, right? Yeah, so one success, 2 advantage.
Oh, for me? Okay.
So I think 2 advantage should be enough for a linked, right?
Yes.
Yeah, 2 advantage. Yep. Some weapons are designed to fire together at the same target. When a character fires a linked weapon on a successful attack, the weapon deals 1 hit. The wielder spends 2 advantages to gain an additional hit, and may do so a number of times equal to the weapon's linked rating. Additional hits from the linked weapon may only be applied against the original target. Each hit deals the weapon's damage plus damage equal to the amount of successes scored on the check.
So it just hits. They don't re-roll anything. It just hits. 2 more times. Okay, all right. Yeah. So the guy in front is just riddled with arrows, like immediately. 3 arrows, just flip. And he falls over. The guy behind him, as we go to start rolling initiative, he shouts, "Oh, we got some over here! They took down Terry!" We're gonna roll initiative.
What is this, Terry? Don't they know who I am?
I'm gonna go ahead and roll vigilance for these 2. I think the only one who's really prepared for this to happen. Well, they did pull a sword, didn't they?
Was Terry?
Terry was not. I guess this guy did have a sword. Y'all were ready. You saw him pull a sword. We'll say everyone can roll cool.
Bop, bop.
Nice. All right. And just because I can, I'm gonna roll these other 2.
So, what is it? 2.1, 1.1?
So, my attack that hit that guy, is that guy downed?
Oh, he's dead. You hit him for so much damage. You did like 6 damage. You did not 9 damage, which is with his soak. You did, and you hit it 3 times. So, I mean...
Okay, so the guy that dropped, he was short range of me. And the guy with the bow was another 5 to 6 feet back, you said?
Yeah.
All right. Now things are going to get really fun. You ready for battle?
Yay, murder!
Get him!
Oh.
Our turn order is PC, NPC, PC, PC, and they called out to who knows how many more PC or NPCs off. And so currently it is the 3 of you and this one individual who just watched their compatriot not even be able to draw a sword before he was quilled. Who wants to take the first PC slot?
How far back is Pierre from me?
I don't know, Pierre. If they're in the front, you're probably what? At least 5 or 6 feet back?
Yeah, I'd say, like, honestly, 10 feet seems pretty...
10 feet.
Like, just far enough, like, he's
I should
close.
have made you roll medium range for that.
You could have. I would have been fine with it.
I know. It's fine. I can literally just spawn an endless amount of enemies. They're coming from the woods. Who knows what's in the woods?
Would you say being 7'4" with my reach, I'd be able to hand Pierre the chest?
You'd be able to get pretty close to Pierre. You could at least set it in front of him. Like
throwing at him
directly. You could get close enough to just... You have enough movement that you could probably just take a step back and like set it down and then set back forward. I would allow that as one maneuver.
Nah, you know what? I have the box. It's hidden. I have no idea what's in the box. I'm just gonna run towards the guy with the bow.
Run towards the guy with... Okay. He has a sword drawn, not a bow. He has a bow, but his sword is what is drawn.
Ooh, I still run towards him.
Yep. What are you gonna hit him?
Yep, I'm gonna backhand him with my hatchet hands.
Okay. Do you want to? Oh yeah. By the way, do you want to explain, because you don't have like weapons or armor? What you have the chains, but what do we see when you use your weapon, your quote unquote weapon attack?
So as I'm charging towards this guy with the sword drawn, I am pseudo like Terminator running, like hands and like crouch up style, right? And then as soon as I step in front of him, my left hand comes up into a cross chop. Because my hands are not just hands, but they act like hatchets due to the jagged edges and crags on them. They are sharp like hatchets.
Beautiful.
Dang.
So I karate chop him. The axe hands.
Knife hands for real. Melee is just average. 2 melee defense. Go for it. What is that? 2 advantage? 2 advantage. So as he goes to chop, as you go to chop, he rolls out of the way. But his cloak, you catch his cloak and quiver, and it kind of just like throws him a bit, and he stumbles. I will remove his maneuver for his next turn. He's not prone, but he is like tumbling, we'll say. How about that?
Yeah, that's right. I will stand there menacingly as like my chin rolls up and I stare down at him.
Okay.
Hopefully standing to be like as a giant rock shield for the rest of the party.
Alright. Since they rolled and have been thrown, they are going to continue like kind of slide rolling in an attempt to go after Oodoo Uddu. Oodoo Uddu?
Oodoo Uddu.
They're going to chop at you with the sword. Okay. Do you have any defense?
I have I think my staff gives me a defense. Do staffs give defense?
Maybe. Melee. I think they have melee 1.
Melee 1, I think.
So another setback. So that's 3 setback.
I have a defense 1 from heavy robes, so
oh,
two
really? Defense. Oh, man. So 4 setback and 2 difficulty.
Oh, yeah, because you gave him...
Yeah. So he's got a severe disadvantage. He doesn't have the maneuver available to drop his sword and draw his bow. A failure and 2 threat. So he goes to swing, but as he's swinging, right, he's still stumbling over after what happened previously, and he's just gonna go prone. I'm just gonna say he's gonna go prone. Yeah, he's on the ground, sword in hand, still on the ground. It is now PC again. 2 PCs.
Who wants to take that slot?
Have at it, man. I already got to shoot people, so...
Was that on your free one though?
Yeah, but still, like I'll gladly defer. Let you get in there, and I mean he did just swing at you after all.
That's true. I want to do something kind of gross. Can I back up and summon up the dead guy to attack him?
Ooh, nasty. I love it.
I mean, yeah. What is that?
It'd be like a conjure. So summon, work up moving parts. Arrival no larger than one silhouette 1. So it would be 2 purple.
Okay. Yeah. I'll give it to you. That's cool. Let's
see. And let me see. Do I get?
I got 2 difficulty sets, and there's nothing else that gets added to that.
I get a boost for component casting.
Oh, okay. I got that. And you go ahead and roll whatever, unless you got something else.
You see Oodoo Uddu, the Thayers, reach in and grab out of his pouch some sand that he keeps dry underneath his cloak, and he casts it towards the dead pincushion and reaches out his big hand and turns it up, and he pulls out a bell and he clings it. And
You're using a bell?
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a success, a threat, and a triumph. Alright. Yeah, and I will let him go next. Do you have to do anything to control him, or is he just raised? Because you have a triumph. I'll give you something else if you want.
Okay, let's see. Because I'm using like a summon creature.
Mm-hmm.
It's conjure, so I'm basically using it like a summon ally. Summons a creature, behaves the best approximation to its natural instincts. It is not control. I guess it's not controlled by the character and may even be hostile to them. In a structure encounter, takes turn immediately after the character. The summon minion or item remains present until the end of the character's next turn. So,
okay, I'll use the triumph and say that it is friendly to you and aggressive to your enemy, instead of it realizing that like it fights necromancers. You're a necromancer.
Oh yeah. So but if he's undead,
or I'll give it to you for 2 turns.
Okay. Let's go. Have him attack and then have him. Yeah, that's fine. Let's have him just extend for as long as you, the DM,
Well, each time he goes to attack, I'm going to roll. If you have a preference, I'll roll whatever, but I'm going to essentially whether or not he attacks you or your enemy.
I can roll a discipline or something.
Okay.
Or something like that.
We'll make it average with a setback. Average with a setback because this is going against its nature.
Yeah. Okay.
Go for it.
And make a discipline.
1 failure? Is that what that is? Yeah, failure. So it is going to... It didn't have a weapon drawn, so it will now draw a weapon and turn to attack Oodoo Uddu, which is...
No, not again!
2... Oh no. 3 success and 4 threat. So that... Wait, you have defense, right? You have defensive
I have
2.
Yeah.
2. Let me roll those real quick. Doesn't count, so that's 2 failures and another threat. So it's 1 success and 5 threat. What is 6 minus your soak? Is that you still good? With 6 minus your soak?
My soak is 1, 2. I think it's all 3. Yeah, 3.
So you're hurt, but you're not like limping or anything yet.
Yeah, and so how many damage does it do?
It'd be 6 minus your soak. So
all right, so 3. Dang it! For all those threat that they rolled, can I give it a correction and set and have it go towards the other guy?
It'll still hit you this turn.
Yeah,
but next turn, yes, I'll give that to you.
No, not me, you fool! Go after him! I've commanded you!
And it turns around. Arrow's still sticking out, so it's like,
Are you pointing at the other guy through me, or are you like?
The guy on the ground. Yeah.
So last PC, and then we may have some guests around.
No, it's me. It's Pierre.
Yes, it is.
Pierre. He is.
Pierre.
As he dropped the first gentleman, he was already preparing to shoot his second arrow at that point. So he's going to just draw his arrow and fire at.
The one that's in medium range?
Yes. Did you say he is prone?
I did. I think that gives you... Well, you're medium range. I don't know if that would give you actually a bonus. Well, it's got defensive 2. Because I think him being laying down would actually be harder for you to hit at medium range. If you were melee, it would be another story, but you're at range.
Okay. In that case, that's fine. I'm going to do a hamstring shot.
Okay.
Once per round, use a talent to do a ranged combat check against one non-vehicle target within range. If the check,
Okay.
if the check is successful, it halves the damage inflicted before reducing by soak, but the target is immobilized until the end of its next turn.
Okay. All right.
So
It doesn't change the difficulty or anything. You're just doing this. Okay.
I'm doing this to
go for it.
essentially keep him pinned to the ground. Oh, and then I fail.
3 failures,
Oof.
a threat, and a triumph. So you fire 3 arrows again, and they all go right past him. Threat is your quiver starting to get low.
Okay.
So you just fired 6 arrows. You're probably about... You're getting there.
Yeah, I'd say it's half. Like, I think I had planned for 12 arrows.
Mm-hmm. Not that you couldn't make or get more in other ways, but
Of course.
that's where we're at right now. Unless you, at any point in time, can spend a story point to say, I actually stocked up in town.
No,
So anything like that.
we're good. I'm not worried.
Okay. All right. Or not in town, but at the thing. So the triumph. How do you want to spend this triumph? You missed. You have a threat, but a triumph.
I know, that's so random. Around me, like, we're on this road. What's to the sides of the road? Are we like on a plains, like with tall grass? Are we?
There is a lot of tall grass. There are some...
How tall would you say
some-
the grass is?
3.5, 4 feet.
Okay. My triumph would be that
Oh,
I am
God.
able to stealth
Did you
my.
finish?
I am able to stealth my way into the grass, or I'll
Just
roll
like-
a stealth check, but I want it.
I'll give it to you with the triumph, if that's what you're going to spend your triumph on.
Yeah, I don't.
But it's on the opposite side of the road. You're still a medium from this individual?
Oh, that's fine. Like, I'm not.
Okay.
Range doesn't bother me. Just want to make sure that I am now not visible by anyone in the. He goes, Zootaloos! And like just scampers into the grass and takes a knee. So
He's like-
he takes a knee and just kind of sits there.
Disappear.
Yeah, like you can't see him now.
You stand up and it's
Oh,
only like
Mhm.
below your eyes, just enough to aim a bow.
Yep, pretty much.
Okay.
This visual is hilarious right now, right? So like, it's
So
just a
good.
linebacker stone golem just charging in. Meanwhile, Oodoo Uddu's raising dead bodies as Pierre's rolling into the bushes in the back.
I figured it out. I used the wrong tone. I'm still getting used to this bell. Yeah, we're still getting used to this bell. It was the other bell, the other ring that I needed to have it mind me. That was just a regular reanimation. My bad. Our bad. My bad.
Good tone.
So we have 2 more PCs coming out. They look like they were not prepared for combat.
They are behind the individual that's in front of me.
Yes. One has a sword drawn, the other a bow.
Is the individual in front of me still on the ground?
Yes.
Okay.
And the 2 that just came out have no soak or no armor. They were like on their rest time or whatever. They weren't on watch, you know?
Okay. Is this in tuner order with them, or?
Yes, everything is correct. So the one with the bow, as they both come out of the tall grass and trees, will see what's happening and go, "Oi!" and fire a bow at... He can't do Pierre. Pierre disappeared. Actually, he's going to fire at Pierre because he saw him disappear into the grass. but it's going to be a very, 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 very hard check. But I just feel like, why would he not shoot at the person who just arrowed up all of his friends and then, like, rolled into the grass?
Oh yeah, you're good.
I'm going to say 3 setback.
Even if you hit me, it's okay.
Like how you're, like, giving me permission. Like, I won't be mad. It completely washed out. As you roll into the grass, you're like, and then an arrow goes right past the side of your face, and maybe take things a little more seriously. Maybe not. I don't know.
Thank you for listening to Tales from the Grey Library. Thanks to Pi and Moose from Tales of the Outer Rim, and AJ from The Other Place for playing on these episodes. And thank you to Zach from Tales of the Outer Rim for GMing. If you're liking Tales from the Grey Library, be sure to listen to The Other Place and the Fenrain Files. The Other Place follows a new group of adventurers each season as they try to save the world from an apocalypse of the dead. And in the Fenrain Files, we explore the world even further from an outside perspective, looking down at its history, people, and places. Tales from the Grey Library is produced by Nightcast Creative. For more about us and the other things that we make, visit nightcastcreative.com.